Hello, my friends. Welcome back to some more Dead Space 2. It's been a little while. We're taking a break from Terminator. We did about 34, 35 episodes of that. So now we're here. Alright. I feel okay about this. We just gotta take a moment. This shit's stressful, brothers. Holy shit. Can't believe it. Can't believe we're here again. Yes, it's true, brothers. It's taken me a few months to work up the courage to try to get to Dead Space 3. We finished Dead Space 1. So now it's time to move on to 2. Are you going to do the multiplayer for Dead Space 2? I'm not sure there is multiplayer anymore. I could check. Maybe later. I'll check later. Sorry, brothers, I just gotta smoke some weed. Smoke some weed. Drink some Smirnoff. Smoke a little bit more weed. Yeah, we're gonna smoke the whole joint, guys. We're gonna smoke the whole joint. We can't do this. I can't do it without smoking some weed first, brothers. Is this recording? Yeah, it's recording. So, long story short, we took some time. We played Terminator Dark Fate, and I really got sucked down the rabbit hole of mods for Terminator Dark Fate. It was really good. Yeah, it was. It was really good. I've been really enjoying the mods for it. But he put out an update today, so since that means that my campaign is going to be bricked due to his modding, it means I have to either start all over again or not use his update. So since I don't really feel like starting over again, I'm going to save his update for another Let's Play. For another time. So tonight, we're just going to play this instead. Yes, hello my friends, welcome. Thank you. Yes, thank you for coming. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. You're a good boy. You're a good cultist. I love all my cultists. I hope you know that. All my delicious cultists. Every one of you. Every single one of you. I love y'all. Who are the cultists? Anyone that watches this series and joins in on the fun. Are you set to 1v1 Hearthstone? I don't know. He may or may not want to go for it. I kind of want to, though. I kind of want to. Just to see how a 16-year veteran, 25-year veteran of Brood War does against modern-day Hearthstone. Because I could do some pretty gross cheeses. Things that I wouldn't consider a cheese, he would consider like a mega cheese. Things that I don't consider greedy, he considers mega super greedy. So, it could be pretty interesting, to be honest. Plus, I'm a fan, so it'd be kind of like a fan versus his idol battle. Hell yeah, brothers, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Hearthstone. He's fucking cool. He's fucking sick, bro. His changelings, his hold position changelings on the ramp, they're sick, bro. They're absolutely sick. Absolutely. Sorry, brothers, we just gotta smoke a little bit more weed. Okay, here we go. Yes, we're about half done, brothers. I'm speed token, guys. I'm speed token. This is what happens when I play Dead Space. I speed token. It's kind of bad. I shouldn't do it. Yes, it's true, brothers. Cerberus said that I should stop smoking weed. We're gonna have to pick on him for that. we're gonna have to pick on him for that by smoking even more weed and making even more fun of him in the Let's Plays. Are you gonna trick Harston with hacks? No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be rude. No, he is too high class for that sort of thing. Like, playing against Harston would be like an honor, so much more than like a chance to trick him. Like, that'd be rude. I don't want to trick him, right? Well, I tried to trick him one time, but it didn't really work. It was kind of funny though. Yeah, I sent him the Let's Play, or I sent him the replay of me and Reganis, the Gray, playing StarCraft together on my data mod. Mostly to test the models and stuff. That's the replay I sent Harston. It was pretty funny. He didn't understand it at all, and so he just ran with it. He told me to. He was like, I don't get it. I was like, I'm just messing with you. It was pretty funny. Yeah, Harston's a good guy. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's pretty chill. He's really funny. I really dig his humor. He tries really hard to be clean. His humor style is really clean and high class. And I really dig that. See, I'm what you would call low class. Someone like me has really low class humor, whereas he's ultra high class. Yes, hello, welcome, my friend. What are we playing today? We're playing Dead Space 2, brother. That's right. You're another fellow cultist. I sense you. I sense you enjoying the broadcast already. Yes, it's true. It's true, brothers. It's time to chill. It's time to smoke some weed. It's time to slap some necromorphs. Time to shoot off those little vestigial T-Rex arms popping out of their nipple holes. That's right, brothers. If you have vestigial T-Rex arms popping out of your nipple holes, then you gotta get shot. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You're smoking another joint? Yeah, it's true. How did you know? How did you fucking... Bro, how do you tell the difference between me smoking one joint and me smoking two joints? You heard the lighter? Oh, you're a bastard. How'd you know it didn't just go out? You already admitted it? Yeah, it's true, I did, didn't I? This is a two-joint kind of game, guys. When you pause this game, unpause it to buy infinite ammo, and then pause it again, you gotta smoke like two joints. That's right, brothers. We smoke joints every game. Like, every game, every video I've ever uploaded, I've smoked at least one joint. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 10. Kind of depends on the game. It's true. A lot of my Warhammer videos, I only ever smoked one. Because, it's true. That is true. That's right. I had this one joint. I forgot to tell you guys, some of you guys, I had this joint. It was given to me by a family friend. It was given to me as a gift for my birthday. For my 34th birthday. Yeah, guys, it was like this mega joint. It was fucking huge, bro. It was like 4 joints wide. Maybe 5 joints wide. It was like 1.5 joints long. So it was like the equivalent of basically like 10 joints. It had fragments of hash in it. Had little bits of shatter. Had little bits of oil. The paper was coated in oil. Took me like a month to smoke that joint. I'm not even kidding, bro. Bro, I started smoking that joint March 1st, my birthday, and I didn't stop smoking it until like 3 days ago, which was like March 31st. So from March 1st to March 31st, I was smoking just one joint. It was like a joint that took me a month. That's literally a month. It's a joint that literally took me a month to finish smoking. It's like a $50 joint. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to if I remember to, I'll try to edit in a picture of the joint. Then everyone will realize like what I'm talking about. Your YouTube channel's gonna get in trouble because you condone drug use? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. YouTube doesn't need to know. YouTube's a disgusting, horrific apparatus designed by sycophants, filled with knowledge, but also filled with gooner nonsense. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in what women watch in particular and read. I'm really disappointed by what women read. It's true. It's true, guys. I hate to sound like a misogynist here, but you misandrists out there don't understand. What's a misandrist? It's like a misogynist, but the opposite. So, like a person who's a misogynist, like a man who's a misogynist, or a woman who's a misogynist, hates women. It's like saying woman hater. A misandrist is like the opposite. So if a man is like a misandrist, then he hates men. It's usually women. Women who are misandrists hate men, and men that are misogynists hate women. So it's kind of like the opposite. Misandry, misandrists. When I was fucking 15, I was reading Stephen King books like The Stand and Stand By Me and Insomnia. And these fucking modern day women, they're reading that fucking whatever the fuck it was that Shoe on Head talked about. Praise be the shoe. Milky Milk Farm. Milk Farm, something like that. I should look this up so that I'm not totally inaccurate. Yeah, this one. What's the name of this book? It's not coming to me. It's really bothering me that I can't get this book. The name, Milk Farm. It's called Milk Farm. That's what it's called. It's horrifying. These people, they're reading this nonsense. They should be reading things like 1984, George Orwell, The Mountains of Madness, H.P. Lovecraft, The Stand, Stephen King, Insomnia, Stephen King, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Jules Verne, Foundation, Asimov. They're not reading anything. They're reading fucking Milk Farm. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like they should be reading real stuff. I don't read as much as I used to, but I sure read a lot once I had access to the books. Science fiction was always my personal favorite. The Abyss, Event Horizon. There was a couple of books that came out when I was young. Most normal people were not reading those kinds of books. No, The Expanse. No, The Expanse came later. The Expanse was not around when I was a kid. It wasn't a thing yet. There were TV shows similar to it. I would argue that Battlestar Galactica was a series that was very similar to it. Do you think there are aliens? I don't know, man. Like, see, my thinking is, if there are aliens, they're probably too far away. I think they're too far away. We won't see them in our lifetime. People who think that we will, I think that they're wrong. I'm worried it's probably something more similar to John Carpenter's The Thing, as opposed to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, let's say. I think it's going to be something more similar to The Tomorrow War than it is Cocoon. I think it's going to be weird. It's not going to be good, you know? Like, I don't think aliens are going to be a good thing. People are all like, oh, it's going to be like Star Trek. It's going to be like Andromeda. It's going to be like the Ark. No, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be bad. We did it, brothers. We smoked 2 joints. We purchased unlimited ammo. I feel like this is as good as the place as any to end this one on. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I don't have any fucking clue where I'm going. Fuck. The door is so loud. My high indoctrination. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this isn't a joke. This is a joke to the Heaven's Gate cult. We need to talk about this, guys, okay? For those of you that don't know, I have this extra sense of bias against cults. I don't like cults. There's I like to make fun of them, and I like to pretend that I'm trying to make one. But I'm being serious, guys. For a minute, let's be fucking serious about this for a second, because this is some serious shit that I'm about to talk about. And for those of you that don't like talking about suicide and whatever, I can totally get that. I can totally get not wanting to talk about it. And apparently YouTube deletes videos or censors videos for saying the word suicide. But how the hell do you talk about suicide bombers? Or how the hell do you talk about Heaven's Gate? And we're going to talk about Heaven's Gate because for those of you that don't know, there was this time, once upon a time, many, many years ago. I'm not going to mention how many years ago because honestly, I don't know. But it was a lot of years ago. Now, anyway. And most of you, younger folks, may not even really know about it. There was this time, I think it was during the 70s? It might have been the 80s. Don't exactly remember when. Before I was born, even. So maybe the 70s. Where this cult of weirdos using money and, well, actually, it was kind of different. So, you know how different cults have different ways of recruiting people, right? Like, different cults did different things. Like, for example, Jim Jones with his island, he did it with weird sex orgies and drugs. Like, you'd fucking have sex with everyone's wives and shit, but not let them have sex with their own wives, but would encourage them to have sex with other women that Jim Jones had already had sex with. Maybe that was more of a David Koresh thing, but I think they both did it. In fact, I think they both used the same drug too. It was GHB. That was what it was back then. The street name for it was angel dust, I think. Tranquilizers. Basically, they would get men high on tranquilizers and then use drugged out women to have sex with those men to get them to join the cult. That's how David Koresh did it, and that's also how Jim Jones did it. But another cult called Heaven's Gate is a totally different cult. Okay, guys? We're talking about different cults, guys. Keep up. Heaven's Gate was a different cult. They called people that were abstinent. They called to people that were so religious that they were insane. They would perform removal of their male testicles and even supposedly their male penises and whatever, so to prevent them from being able to impregnate the women. And the women would never have sex with anybody, so they were abstinent. And this cult, Heaven's Gate, they committed suicide because the cult leader, told them to. You see, he saw a comet coming, right? He interpreted this comet as a sign of prophecy. And so everyone took a bunch of drugs and put bags over their heads and then went to sleep with bags on their heads, believing that they would ascend to heaven through the gate that had been coming in the form of the comet. That's what they're making fun of. See, people don't understand. They're not making fun of the killing fields. No, they're not. That's totally different. The killing fields is totally different. I can understand why you think they're making fun of, because it's blue bags. Oh, I see. Okay, so hang on a minute. He's got a point here. I hadn't thought of this. So in Dead Space 1, they did. Yes, you're right. And they changed it, didn't they? So these bags are purple. Do you notice that these bags are purple? You know what? He's onto something here. See, now I remember. You're right. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. In Dead Space 1, the bags were blue. And they were making fun of, because the bags are blue, yes, you're right, they probably were. They were probably making fun of the killing fields, yeah. You're not wrong. It's like both things. But the other major thing they're talking about here, right, because it's in a church and it's at chapels and whatever, yeah, and the bag's colors have been changed to purple. That's very interesting. I had not noticed that. Yeah, they jump scared me a little bit. That's why I want to talk about them. So Heaven's Gate guys, so I'm not even shitting you guys. So these guys fucking cut off their fucking cocks and their balls, and they fucking took a bunch of drugs, and then they put bags over their heads, believing that they would ascend to heaven on the comets, onto the comet that was flying over. And they were encouraging people to come with them to join them for their celebration. And so they got them all high on GHB, which is like a drug that really fucks you up. Like, it makes you lose all control of yourself, basically, is what it is. Got them all fucked up on GHB, and then put one by one, put them into the beds. They laid in the beds, and when the police found them, they're all fucking like draped in robes, and they're all on cots, and they're all on fucking like bunk beds, and there's just, and all of them, they all did it. And yeah, so they committed suicide, and it was really sad, right? But it was kind of fucked up. It was weird. Okay, guys, why am I telling you this story? Because it was weird. It made people feel weird. Like when David Koresh's cult happened, when the Waco incident happened, that was weird. When the Jim Jones thing happened, and the senator was killed by the gunman at the airstrip, that was weird. Like, certain things weirded out America more than other things. Does that make sense? Yeah, so if you could imagine that America has a meter, right? A meter that you can, like, gauge how weird the stuff is to America, because some things are considered normal to America, and that other countries would be like, what the fuck, you know? And so America's like, no, this is totally normal. What the fuck are you talking about? There are things that America considers weird, and inappropriate, and bad, and destructive, and non-conformative to civilization. Incohesive to civilization, yes. And one of those things is ritualistic mass suicide, right? Drug-induced, ritualistic, religious mass suicide. Entire cults just genusing themselves with blue bags. It made Americans feel weird. It was really off-putting, right? Heaven's Gate. Yeah, that's right. It's called Heaven's Gate. What was Heaven's Gate? It was a cult that committed mass suicide with bags over their heads. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to light up this third joint because this is fucking, like, this is some heavy shit, guys. You know, like, I got jump scared by a room of people that had bagged themselves, and most people would be like, "Oh, that's just weird," and whatever, and move on. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take time. We're gonna take time. We're gonna talk about this. This is weird, okay? This is weird, and it's making me feel weird, and it's making me want to burn their bodies. And I don't have a flamethrower, so I can't burn their bodies, but I want to burn their bodies really badly. Yeah, Heaven's Gate. So basically, they all committed suicide. Well, worse. It's worse. At first, they were just extra weird. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna cut off our cocks and our balls, and abstinence, and fucking other weird shit, matriarchal shit." The women had a lot of power in Heaven's Gate compared to the men. Very different from David Koresh's cult, where the men had a lot of power over the women. Which is also different from Jim Jones's cult, where the gunmen were all his loyalists. And the women that were killing the children were all his loyalists too. And his loyalists targeted the ones that were less loyal first. And they knew who was more loyal by having watched them for months. Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, Jim Jones was a bad dude. Yeah, different cults kill different numbers of people. That's the thing, right? Are there cults nowadays? Yes, I would argue that there are. I would argue that the LGBTQ community is a big part of that. Because they use a lot of the symbols of the occult. Of the occult, as they call it. And don't get me wrong, some of those goth girls are fucking hot. I'm not gonna say anything wrong about the goth girls, you know? We're just gonna say we agree to disagree with the things that we broadcast off our bodies in the form of tattoos and stuff. I don't have any tattoos, so I don't ever have the right to complain about anybody else's tattoos, because I don't have any tattoos. I'm old school mobster. No tattoos allowed. Cleansing, hey?
Welcome to the Unity Hall. This magnificent library holds copies of the Church's most sacred texts and is a regular meeting place for the Unitology scholars as they debate the glorious mysteries of the Black Marker. Note the intricate details of the stained glass roof, forged from the hand-filtered sand of Titan itself.
It's indestructible. This elevator, isn't it? A little Zen garden, eh? It's time.
Welcome to Indoctrination. A church seminar is currently in progress. Please wait for the next available church associate. Indoctrination is a pleasant, joyous event where you will take the first steps into glorious oneness, that is, unitology.
Unitologists believe that one day, all mankind will be united through the power of a sacred artifact known as the marker. We call this process convergence. Imagine it. All mankind brought together with one purpose, with one mind, with one soul. No war, no fear, no hate. If that sounds like an ideal world to you, then look no further. Convergence is coming, and unitology is helping it happen. Have you ever felt like you were meant to be part of something bigger? Maybe unitology is for you.
I was so hoping that would break.
100 years ago, Michael Alden.
For the observation center door in the junction panel. Vandalism in the church is not permitted.
Like you were meant to be part of
Sorry guys, we gotta smoke some more weed. What's that snapping noise? It's my air purifier. Must have got a hair in it or something. You know, it's arcing electricity and it's snapping. Bright white flashes of light. It's all this weed that I smoke. It makes it get upset. Okay, I think I fixed it. Nope. We just gotta smoke some more weed, brothers. This is crazy shit. That bitch scared the shit out of me. That's right, brothers. Every jump scare is another fucking joint smoking. What was the point coming in here? Loot? Huh. Oh. Dear God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Shortcut.
There's something in the church. It broke the door.
Hang on. I'll try to override all the gates in the area.
Hurry. There's something out here, too.
I don't think I can open.
Now! Dana, you there?
Isaac, I can't unlock the elevator. Can you do anything from your end?
Let me see what I can do.
Okay. Once you're through, you'll go through the funerary wing of the church and down into the crypt. It's very important you never stay. No. No, Earth Cub can't jam us in here. Not in here.
Dana! Dana! Important that I what?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Attention. Please be quiet when observing the funerary rituals of the church. Flash photography and holographic imaging are not permitted inside the church. Thank you for your compliance.
I don't want to fight those. Holy shit, brothers. We need a slurp. Wine cooler, brothers. I fucking remember this room. They learned things from fear. I remember you. I remember you. This goes on forever, man. Whoa.
I found the exit, but it's way above me. Gravity controls are locked out. Data? Fuck!
I don't know if you can hear me. You need to go up. Do you hear me? You need to go up.
Oh, I remember.
Attention. Crypt systems set to diagnostic mode. Getting capture arms raised. Authorized technicians only.
I remember forgetting keys.
Gravity in the shot is now offline.
Shit.
Exiting zero gravity.
Isaac! Damn it! I think they're jamming our signal with a mobile device. Someone get me the frequency on that jammer! They must have a gunship position near the compound.
Now what? Change your plans?
No. If they knew where we were, they would have killed us by now. Oh, shit! Signal fading! Just follow your locator and hurry.
Roger, roger. Dark magic, brothers. Pay no attention to it. That's in case I want to work on anything. And this is like a store. You know, it's not often that they have all three things together like this. It's a little bit scary. And I think this is as good as a place as any to end this one on. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. It's a long journey. I know that it makes you sad. Everything about it is sad, but we get back into it in the next one, which will be going probably right now. And I will see you all later in the next one, my friends. And you all have yourselves a good night.